What's up, guys? Today we're in Waikiki heading to the Duke's Oceanfest. Today kicks off the opening ceremony with the first game starting tomorrow, so I'm gonna give you guys a sneak peek and a little taste of Waikiki.
Beautifully shared. Mahalo. Wonderful. While we are placing the lei on the statue of Duke Hanamoku, we'd also like to call forth our sponsor's spokesperson with more to share in aloha, Crocker.
Aloha, everybody. Good afternoon. Such a beautiful day we have here to begin the Oceanfest celebration of this week here in Waikiki. Can we get a big round of applause for this beautiful afternoon, the crashing waves, the beautiful sun, the beautiful smelling air, the fresh breezes that we have. Yeah, as Uncle Kimo said, I'm the general manager at Duke's Waikiki. Also today, I'm here to represent TS Restaurants, which has been a long-term believer and sponsor of the Duke's Oceanfest. What we're here today to do, in my opinion, is to celebrate Duke, to celebrate his legacy. But most importantly, I feel it is for all of us to come together and continue celebrating this legacy. From our kapuna, to our professional athletes, to our college athletes, to our high school students that are mentoring those younger generations, those 10, 12 years old, those 5 and 6-year-olds looking up to those individuals. That's how legacies are made. And I'm extremely happy to be part of that. And I feel that Duke set the precedent on his 134th birthday this year, continuing to share that and inspire that with all of us. There's not a better place in the world to have this celebration, to perpetuate Duke and live in his honor and celebrate together. But Waikiki is the birthplace of surfing. This is the gathering place. It's an amazing, beautiful place that represents us with these ocean activities where we can come together. And this week we're going to participate in so many ocean-based activities, but also land-based activities such as volleyball. Water polo, I guess, is kind of land-based a little bit, surfboard water polo, a little bit different, but so many things to enjoy together in this beautiful place. This week is truly one of the weeks that I look most forward to. From a personal experience of being a young manager at TS at 22 years old, seeing this for the first time, now being 45, a few years later, I'm blessed to be part of that and never thought I'd be up here speaking to the group and welcoming you all at this opening ceremony. I'm blessed to be here. And again, the reason why, please look to your side, look around, give each other a smile. When I walk through Duke's restaurant, I look at every photo with Duke smiling and it really brings peace to my heart and makes me happy. So please look around, thank everybody for being here. I'd like to give a big mahalo to everybody that helps make this event possible. There's so many volunteer hours, so many people with their hearts, their minds, their souls caring to make this come to life and perpetuate this legacy. Thank you all for being here today, and mahalo from TS and Oahu Waikiki. Aloha, everyone.
We want to mahalo the Honolulu Fire Department and the OPO that have come to help in the Lei Draping after each presentation. And now we will add to his hands, and then we will continue finishing the Lei Draping after the last, after Hawai'i Aloha.
And speaking of that, we are honored to have Senator Glenn Wakai here today. Can we have a nice round of applause of welcome?
Aloha! It's always wonderful to celebrate Duke's birthday, and especially when it's an Olympic year. And as Kima mentioned earlier, he was prolific in chasing glory in a pool. 5 medals, 3 of them gold. But Duke really chased his legacy in the ocean and was the ambassador of surfing. And it took the Olympic Committee 108 years to finally make surfing an Olympic sport. Now we've gone through 2 Olympics and the world is really paying attention to surfing. And this past year, the legislature added another medal to honor Duke. This one was a medal license plate. So now, in the future, you will be able to purchase a Duke Ohana Moku license plate. We actually had to pass a law to allow for this, but it was because of his stature in the community that it was, through the legislative process, an easy lift for us to do that. Hawaii is blessed with so many unique facets, whether it's our cuisine, our environment, our culture. But one thing that we do in Hawaii is we take for granted all of those important, unique assets. We still struggle with the fact that we don't have a surf museum in this state. We have no competitive high school surfing in this state. We have no surfing global brand that is based in Hawaii. Other states claim those honors. So what we did legislatively this past year was to take a small incremental step in helping Hawaii celebrate all that is beautiful about surfing and all that is legendary about Duke Ohana Moku. We have a wave of challenges ahead of us to catch up to California and Australia. We've kind of taken Hawaii's thunder in the surfing world, but through the help of the Duke Ohana Moku Foundation, we have made great strides this past year in really reclaiming Hawaii as the epicenter of surfing. Aloha.
As we make our next presentation of Lei, we welcome for his wonderful comments, ladies and gentlemen, from the Hawaiian Lifeguard Association, President Kalani Vierra.
Aloha. And mahalo nui for having me. My name is Kalani Vierra. I'm the Operation Chief of the Kauai Ocean Safety Bureau. And I'm also the President of the Hawaiian Lifeguard Association. It's a nonprofit organization that supports the lifeguard efforts and all the life-saving efforts across the state of Hawaii. And I'm also a longtime participant and competitor of this wonderful and prestigious event. It's a great honor to be here recognizing a great man, Duke Pa'oa Kahanamoku. As a lifeguard, saving lives as a profession can be very self-rewarding, which has all started at this specific beach in the early days of Waikiki with Duke and the Waikiki Beach Boys. They made a living by lifeguarding, playing music, canoe rides, surf lessons, and they got paid with tips. And today it's a full-paid professional lifeguard operation with over 700 lifeguards across the state, performing over 5,000 rescues, over 1 million preventative actions, while servicing and protecting over 10 million visitors a year. Did you know that Duke introduced the rescue board to the world of life saving, which is still part of our primary rescue tool today? And now the use of technology, motorized rescue tools like the jet ski, rescue watercraft, all invented techniques by the Hawaiian lifeguards, which is world famous and thousands of lives saved today. Not only was Duke a waterman, an Olympic champion, but he was also a mentor, coach, leader, a sheriff, whom was admired and respected by all people from here and all over the world. As part of the Hawaiian Lifeguard Association, we're happy to partner with organizations like the Duke's Foundation to work with Hawaii's youth, like the Junior Lifeguard Program, and other programs to teach our kids about water safety, rescue skills, and how to protect themselves and others while at our beaches, and to teach them about Duke's Creed, which is sharing the aloha spirit and being ambassadors and protectors of our beaches. We all have a responsibility, or kuleana, to protect one another, share knowledge, mentor our youth, and keep our beaches safe and clean, exactly what Duke did. I wish everybody good luck and be safe in the competition, and may everybody stay healthy, and good luck. Aloha!
Mahalo Kalani. What a beautiful tradition, yeah, to share the lei that's so beautiful and part of Hawaii with a man who is so strong and accomplished so much, not only here in Hawaii, but for the world. Indeed, very special. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome from the Duke Oceanfest Support Inc. with remarks with recognition of VIPs and sponsors. Please welcome to the stage, Kili, Pratt.
Aloha mai kako. Welcome everyone, and mahalo for being here at Duke's Oceanfest 2024. It's quite an honor to get to speak to you. I'm going to share a little history about Duke here. In my tender age, I've spent quite a bit of time connected to Duke Kahanamoku, and I'm really honored to be here as your chairman of Duke's Oceanfest. Back in 2002, due to the foresight and the vision of Mr. Jim Fulton and Chris Colgate, who may be here, these two individuals, this was their brainchild. And back at that time, this man was going to be honored. This man whose statue is standing aside me was going to be honored in the form of a United States postal stamp. And that stamp was going to become the centerpiece of a makaiki set of games that Chris and Jim decided would be appropriate. Those games at the time would be called Duke's Oceanfest. Duke's Oceanfest was modest at this time, just 3 games, a canoe race, swimming event, and a form of tug of war. And there was just a humble number of individuals competing. Some 20 years later, we have 11 to 12 sporting events and nearly 5,000 competitors from all over the world. Televised, in addition to that, social media coverage, numerous sponsors, and at the end of the day, the most important thing is we're competing, sharing camaraderie, sportsmanship and aloha here, but also raising critical funds for scholarships and grants for Keiki of Hawaii, who continue to perpetuate Duke's great legacy and are the next generation of hopeful Duke Kahanamokus. My connectivity, something that we each wanted to share, runs deep, so deep that my connection to Duke came prior to me being conceived. I was not even born when Duke passed away, as a number of you weren't. He died in 1968, and to see the ability and the amount of work that he did from 1890 to 1968 was tremendous. My grandfather was a credentialed swimmer at Punahou and later broke 3 world records in swimming at Yale University. At the time that he did that, he had a connectivity to Duke. Duke saw this in him, but maybe more importantly, in Duke's way, he saw his desire to share with his lahui, to give back to his community. And he asked my grandfather to come and be an ambassador to the sport of swimming. He wanted to find other individuals such as Duke, such as my grandfather, to continue to perpetuate the sport and to continue to put the state of Hawaii on the map. In doing so, you all may know this was an Olympic year. 100 years ago in 1924, there were 8 Hawaiians on the U.S. Olympic team. And of those 8, there were a few names such as Kahanamoku and Kealoha, who were all Olympic medal winners. So it's an impressive feat that they were able to accomplish, and a lot of it was due really to the inspiration of Duke Kahanamoku. That's led me to be a longstanding member of the Duke Kahanamoku Foundation Board, the past president, the co-founder of the Hawaii Waterman Hall of Fame, and your chairman for Duke's Oceanfest here. So I'm honored to share with you the comments, to echo the comments that Auntie Luana had mentioned, certainly that Kalani Vierra did, that this is a wonderful opportunity for us to participate and not only compete at the highest level, but also to have fun, to share and to smile. And as Senator Wakai shared with us, He and I and Sarah Fairchild and others have spent the last couple of years finding other ways to commemorate Duke. One of those is going to be a Duke license plate, so I hope each and every one of you goes ahead and gets this license plate to commemorate all that he has done beyond being a 4-time Olympian, a multi-time gold medalist, an unimaginable number of world records, but really a solid and positive human being is what he was. And if you really look at the way he grounded his life, it was in compassion and humility. And those really are the cornerstones of what we know here in Hawaii as the Aloha Spirit. Now that Aloha Spirit can be given and shared throughout. And what you all will find out is life is a long lesson in humility. This man had humility, and maybe it's no wonder why. 134 years old, 5 statues, 3 countries, and we're still here celebrating Duke Paoa Kahanamoku. Mahalo nui loa. Welcome to Duke's Oceanfest 2024. Aloha. E kalamai, I'd be remiss if I just didn't say a great big mahalo to the committee that's helped me to get everything situated here, to Brent Eamon, our event coordinator, to Kirsten Hermstead, who's sitting right before me, to the Duke's Oceanfest and ODKF support committee, in addition to Senator Wakai for all that you've done, Rep. Tam, everything you've done, and to the individuals before us who have really guided us and perpetuated Duke's great legacy. Uncle Freddie Hemmings, Uncle Joey Cabell, Reno Abalera, who's made his way down here. These are the legends of surfing. These are the people who have perpetuated the sport and followed in the great footsteps of Duke Kahanamoku. We would not be here without them or without the great corporate help that we have from Outrigger Resorts, TS Restaurants. These are platinum level sponsors. They're here every year for us, and they're the ones that put the fuel in the tank. They're the ones that allow us to paddle our board to make sure we have continued success out in the ocean. In addition, Raising Cane's, Olukai, Melon Hats, numerous sponsors, Pacifico Beer, Waikea Water. We are so thankful to each and every one of them that we're definitely, without fail, looking at the next few years and the continued success that people like this and Wakai and Florence Marine are going to be able to continue to perpetuate and identify that next generation of keiki who are going to come up and be here to continue Duke's great legacy. After 134 years old, let's make sure it's our kuleana to carry it for another 134. Mahalo nui loa. Aloha.
And that's the case of, man, I wish I had said, I wish I got the opportunity, and then this man took the opportunity to share more valuable information, spirit, and heart. Mahalo.
We're going to finish up dressing, adorning his neck, and we're going to invite everyone now to join us in Hawai'i Aloha. And the gentleman will continue draping our Duke as we are singing Hawai'i Aloha together. Please feel free to come around Duke's statue, and let's make a large lei if we can, holding hands if you're comfortable. For those who do not know what Hawai'i Aloha is, it is a beautiful himene that was written by Reverend or Kahulayana on Hawaii Island over 150 plus years ago. And we still celebrate this joyful song and celebrating the youth of Hawaii, that joy within our children, but even more, the spirit of Hawaii, which Duke truly represented. So let us welcome everyone and just enjoy listening to us as we sing Hawai'i Aloha and continue draping our Duke.
E pulikako, let us pray. E Hawaii e kuone anaue, kuhome, kulaivine, ulino awina punolani. He Hawaii Aloha he haoli e na opio Hawaii Holi Maina he ahe makani e pāmaine, mau ke aloha no Hawaii. E hauli na opio Hawaii. Maina he ahe makani e pāmaine, mau ke aloha no Hawaii. Mau ke aloha no
Thanks. So many. It takes months and months and over a year often to plan for this. And we are grateful for all who came together. And mahalo to each of our presenters, Ocean Kauili, Hawaii, the Honolulu Fire Department, the OPO, lay makers, volunteers, the board carriers, everyone who came for this day. Auntie Luana, Outrigger Hotel, Drew, all of you, mahalo. And we thank you. We will give the last lei to hold the plumeria in place on his hands. Thank you everyone for being here today. Aloha.
Aloha, aloha, aloha. Mahalo. Duke, Paua, Kahana Moku. Brother, if you have some music, some mele, mahalo, as people converse and share with each other. Thank you all for being here, especially those of you who have added so much to the lives of young people who want to grow, who want to be a part of this world in a special way. Duke just did it. And that can happen for our youth with the guidance that this beautiful foundation is giving them. Mahalo, thank you, ahui ho, until we meet again. next year, right at this statue. Yo!
Alright, thank you guys for tuning in to today's episode and opening ceremony for the Dukes Oceanfest. As always, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all things surf on the island of Oahu. Aloha.